Yeah, got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show. All right, so I came across this video on Instagram. This dude claims that he know how AIDS started in Africa. Yeah, I think those people was down there was like having relations with monkeys. Man, there ain't nobody was doing nothing with no monkey. Somebody was getting reach around to a monkey, I'm telling you. You think about what Dave Chappelle was, well, that's what they were saying. Did you hear what I said? Yeah. Somebody gave a reach around to a monkey. Well, you can't get AIDS like that. If you're doing something with a monkey. You can't get AIDS like that. Well, for reach around? Giving a reach around to a monkey? Oh, I get it. You inside the monkey. I was just thinking about the head job. Hey, but before we get to today's video, we launched a new coffee. Damn good coffee at officialhorsetwins.com. Remember, anything you buy on our website get you in to win our new giveaway, which is a Jeep Rubicon, 10 Apple Red, $10,000 in cold hard white American cash. All right, let's get to this video. I'm telling you, it was a reach around action.
And you can pop in.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned actively spreading AIDS.
There was a unit in from CIMA that one of the things was that we went into African countries.
And how was that done exactly?
Through inoculation.
Through vaccines?
Yeah, through vaccines. Pretending to inoculate people and that type of thing.
The idea being to kill black people?
Yeah, to eradicate black people. You must understand the concept was that AIDS was a killer. It was incurable at that point in time, so it was led to believe that if infected people, it was the quick, non-militaristic approach to eliminate black people.
And that is something you know for a fact, that AIDS was actively being spread to other countries?
Yes, to African countries.
That don't make sense. How would they get rid of all black people? There's black people in Brazil, black people in America, black people in well, he just saying how he claims they try to take out Africans. Hey Keith, like they tried to take out Africans. Yeah, I don't. But what about the Americans like us? How they gonna get us? Yeah, but I'm sure like AIDS, it infects everybody, not just black people. I could understand this point of view if it only infected black people. I know it don't make sense. You could have wiped out the entire globe. Yeah, this how we're gonna get rid of the blacks. And then everybody's got it. I call BS on this because it infects everybody. Yeah. It has a high infection rate for gay people though. Yeah. It spreads easier with. They think AIDS is like sickle cell, only affects black people. Yeah, that's don't make sense. Now, if that was the case, I would believe him, but that's not the case. Yeah. I just take this propaganda against white people, make white people look evil and sadistic. You think sadistic? So? Yeah. Come on, man. You trying to get rid of black people by acting like you inoculating them, giving them a vaccine, but it's AIDS, and that's going to take care of all the black folks, and that takes the white folks. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, your IQ is low. But this the thing. Yeah, let me show this. That's where it originated, Africa, right? Yeah, like I think it was some reach around action. Look, let me read this. I think it was some reach around action. No, I don't think it was that. Look, both ways. It was both ways. The monkey was giving them some reach around action too. Okay, let me read this. AIDS is caused about. This is AI overview from Google. So whatever they say is law. No, that's the way it works. Whatever Google says is law. I don't trust nothing by Skynet. Look, AIDS is caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, which likely originated in chimpanzees in West Africa and jumped to humans. Oh, right. How did it jump to humans? Let me read it. Reach around action. Let me read it. And jumped to humans through the bushmeat trade sometime in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Early 1819? That don't make sense. Yes, scientists believe hunters who came into contact with infected chimpanzee blood were the first to contract the virus. How do you come in contact with chimpanzee blood? Yeah, they was hunting and eating chimpanzees, is what you're saying. No, it was chimpanzee semen. Look, the virus then spread through various routes, including sexual transmission and contaminated medical procedures, leading to the global AIDS pandemic. See, I call BS on this because that's the same thing he told us about COVID. Yeah. Remember COVID? Oh, it was some bats, and it was infected bats, and a Chinese cooked them and ate it, and that's what started it.
So how you
That's
think
what that was the same propaganda they put out there about COVID. But it turns out it came from that lab that was in Wuhan, China.
Yeah,
Dr. Fauci was involved in AIDS pretty heavily too. Dr. Fauci.
Yeah. I'm hearing from our producer, Dr. Fauci. He had his hands on that AIDS and HIV too. I'm not.
So you think it came from a lab? I think it was some chimpanzee reach around there.
They hold on. Let me fix this. Hold on.
Somebody blew the wrong tip.
See, they said from the late 1800s or 1900s.
No,
I remember it was the 1980s. I remember
Epidemic,
Magic
yeah.
Johnson got it, and it was hot back then, and it was a new, novel thing that nobody had seen before.
Right.
And a bunch of gay people.
They talk about it came from 1800s.
Yeah.
Late 1800s, no.
That's what they saying on AI overview. Google.
It'll been. I don't believe that, man. Because if something is more, when something becomes more prevalent amongst doctors, they start to recognize that there is a pattern here. These people got the same symptoms. Then that's when he recognized that we had a new epidemic of transmitted
It
disease.
affects the immune system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin, like, just like COVID, just COVID just didn't pop up. It was because they was playing with the virus and they made it. I think obviously it was made. I think this was made in a lab.
Well, somebody got to reach around from a bat.
Man.
Hey, man, that reach around, that stuff is reach around?
I don't think people was actually eating. Oh, you know what? We came across a bunch of videos of those crazy Africans in Africa eating monkeys.
Yeah, it's between. We got to find that missing link. You know, you eat what it says in the Bible.
Here, let me pull
What
this
does
up.
it say in the Bible? You can't eat bats because they're unclean.
Yeah, it says in the Bible. You can only eat certain creepy things.
Yeah, the creeper upon the earth. The first thing Jesus said, stay away from them bats. Because it's unclean.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, this is
You eating a snake. Can you eat a snake? Can you eat a snake?
people do it. Look, see this? This dude is eating monkey baboon head.
Yeah, that is unclean. That's unclean.
Look at this savage right here. Look, that's the monkey head right there.
What, he sucking a spine? He getting all the meat off the spine.
No,
He eating a monkey neck like it's a hot wing.
he's sucking on them feet. No, I think that's the arm. Because there's the
That's
head.
his
and
head. That's got to be the.
Oh, he's sucking the spine off.
He's sucking the spine. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some truth that these wild animals down there, these savages down there, was eating monkeys.
Yeah, there was eating stuff.
But that's the thing. Can it be spread by eating it?
Probably. Go ahead and eat you about 50 bats and see what happens.
No, but I just learned with HIV, you can't catch it just by sucking somebody off, because
Yeah.
and that's all in the semen, but it won't. You can't catch it like that.
Will you shut up?
It's got to be some blood involved.
Will you shut up? There was this prisoner, man. He actually cut himself and bled into the prison guard's coffee because he was trying to give him the HIV.
Yeah,
And it didn't work. Your stomach kills the virus somehow.
something like that. It's got to be mucus to mucus membranes. Like if you got open sores in your mouth,
Yeah.
and you put some blood straight in his mouth, then they can get infected like that.
That's what I'm telling you. It's that reach around. Because you got all kinds of mucus membranes up the butthole.
So you don't think there's any
Hey,
truth?
man, I'm over here cracking all these jokes and you ain't paying attention. You got mucus membranes, back door. That's what I'm telling you, man. Somebody did the reach around with the wrong monkey.
Well, look what people are saying. Is this really true?
No, it's not true.
Look, how is this news to people? This was proven back in the early 2000s. This documentary was aired, I think, 2020 or before
That
that.
is Keith. Just black people is just so easily manipulated. They actually believe that the CIA dropped off a bunch of guns and drugs, and that's why all black neighborhoods are ghettos.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Look who left this comment. Gates and Falsey.
Hey, Keith. This don't even make sense. You trying to wipe out a whole demographic of people. So we're gonna act like we inoculating them with a vaccine?
That's what it. Yeah.
Now the white man is great. White man, without the white man, I don't even know where America be right now. Western civilization, right? You think that piss poor plan will come from a white man? Does that make any sense? It sounds like an African tribe will come up with that. Because they hate each other.
No, but they don't have the capacity to come up with a shot like that.
That's what I'm saying. That was a stupid idea if you try to wipe out a demographic of people.
Yeah, but according to Google AI, I don't believe it was spread through bushmeat.
I think it was reach around.
I think it's probably made in the lab.
You think it's made in the lab?
I think it's man-made.
Where's your proof?
Personally. I don't have any proof. I guess that's my personal opinion. Because they're just doing the same thing they did with COVID. Oh, it came from bat soup. Oh, it came from Negroes eating bushmeat in Africa.
Yeah.
And it started back in the 1800s and 1900s, but it didn't pop up until the 1980s when.
Right.
I think it was made in the lab. I think it was. Personally, I think.
But why would they make that?
I think it was an attack on gay people. Personally.
That seems more feasible.
Because it affects him worse. I think somebody
because it's easy to catch it through.
I think somebody was homophobic. Because I remember when this first hit the fan, it was just a bunch of gay people just
That's
dropping.
actually a gay disease.
Well, it's easily transmitted. Everybody can get it.
Yeah, everybody can get it, but
it's transmitted more in the gay community.
And it spreads faster amongst the
because
LGBTQ.
Because there's a lot of blood going on.
Yeah. Think about it when you're looking at these commercials with those cocktails they sell, so they won't be unalive by it. Mm-hmm. Who's in it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody knows that.
I think it was some reach around with a chimpanzee, or it's probably creating a lab.
I think it was
But that, they said they're trying to...
Kevin, do you seriously think it was a reach around on a monkey?
Keith, have you seen how some of these tribes live? They walk around with spirits and bones in their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like savages.
These people are unclean.
Savages.
Yeah. I've seen a woman eat out a cow to get the cow to urinate on her face so she can cleanse her face with piss. Does that sound... I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I see what you're saying.
Somebody slept with the wrong monkey.
Or maybe the monkey raped one somebody.
Who knows? But I don't believe this, that somebody was inoculating people in Africa just to try to remove the black race. That is stupid.
Yeah,
it's just unfathomable stupid. Yeah. That's a piss poor plan. That would wipe
I would believe it if only black people could get it.
Yeah.
This is engineered towards us.
I think this is just propaganda to make white people look evil and demented.
Yeah.
It's that same bull crap. They say, oh, white people in the CIA dropped off weapons and drugs in the black community. That's why we all are crackheads and we're killing each other.